I've been involved in some other projects that's being secretly filmed in Kabul, and I see the footage of how this young, creative, and brilliant woman resists at times when all men are hiding or running away for their lives. It was the woman first who took the streets in Kabul, who started to challenge and shock the Taliban, who were not ready to face such strong women.
چند وقته شما اینجا در منطقه است که در دنبال داریم سودا کنیم که شما رو بیش طالب نمیلم که رو خرچی کنه گذار کرده خواهیم
Hi all, it's Salish from AsianCultureVulture.com. Thanks for joining me. We're talking to the director Ilyas Yurish about his film Kamay, which just screened at London Film Festival. This is an incredible documentary set in Afghanistan and centered around a female Kabul University student. Let's hear from Ilyas now why he made this film.
Well, I'm good. I'm great. Enthusiastic audience, full house screenings. I couldn't be better.
It's an amazing film in many ways, and I have so many questions. But let me start by how did you get access? How did you find the family?
Somehow the story found me, I can say. So I already had a history with Kabul University. I was a student at Kabul University. My two sisters were students at Kabul University. My mother was a student of Kabul University, and she eventually taught there in the 70s. So I knew what it was like to be a Hazara at Kabul University. Of course, as a male student,
you're from the Hazara community as well.
Yes, I'm a Hazara. Yes, as a male student, I had certain privileges and freedoms, of course. Mm-hmm. But from the experience of my sisters and many friends and classmates, I already knew how toxic it can be for a Hazara female student. So when I came across this news in social media that a girl from central Afghanistan has committed suicide inside the girls' dormitory, as if something had burned inside me, I couldn't just stay indifferent. So I went to the campus and I joined the students who were chanting for justice. And in the middle of the chantings, I started to record with my cell phone.
Right.
And on that day, on the exact day, I met a distant relative of Zahra,
right,
who was from the same village. So, and through him and through several connections, I finally reached the father, Yunus Khawari, and I called him. I told him, I'm a researcher and filmmaker, and I want to make a film. And he told me, if you are telling the truth, and if you really want to tell the story of my daughter, my home's door is always open to you.
Mm-hmm. Your story has even more power now since, the events of 21-22 and the Taliban taking over the edicts about women's education. How do you feel about that? I mean, it must be very... considering your the women in your family all very highly educated and have a long history of being with Kabul University, well, all that is like history now, which must be very sad.
We are suddenly 100 years back, more than 100 years back. I'm sad, I'm very sad looking at the relatives, at the families. Looking at the girls, at the woman, it's very sad. But at the same time, I've been involved in some other projects that's being secretly filmed in Kabul, and I see the footage of how this young, creative, and brilliant woman resists at times when all men are hiding or running away for their lives. It was the woman first who took the streets in Kabul, who started to challenge and shock the Taliban, who were not ready to face such strong women. And now these women, all do suppressed, all do jailed, and all do harassed and raped in jails because of the activism. They are again there, and they're doing a silent but very impactful resistance against the Taliban. And that is the hope that we have, that if there is a hope to overcome this terrorist group, that's the Afghanistan woman. But again, I mean, it's very sad. It's very sad.
I like that aspect of your film, showing the countryside, the natural environment, and of course the subject of the film was deeply immersed in all that because that's her field of study. was the kind of and animals and the environment, how they interact, and Kamay, tell us about the title.
Kamay is a self-grown wild plant that is found in the mountains, and so it's called Kamay in central Afghanistan. And one of the dissertation topics of Zahra Khawari was the impact of this plant on the nutrition of livestock. So she did a 3 months research, and her assistants were her mother and her younger sister, who would gather Kamay for her so that she could experiment it on the livestock. So she wrote a first draft and she went to the teacher, to the lecturer, and asked him, Sir, I have finished the first draft. I have a question. What is the scientific name of Kamay? I couldn't find it in dictionaries. And the teacher was like, I don't know who you are, referring to her ethnical identity to Hazara, let alone your grass. And that's why the family, the very first moment I was there, it was all the story of Kamay, because she had really put lots of effort in this plant. And then this is story of the teacher, and I was like, this film is Kamay, because nobody knows us, nobody knows our plant, but this is what Zahra wants us to know, you know?
Yeah, well, best of luck. Tremendous achievement. Congratulations on its screening at London Film Festival. And I wish you all the best for the future. And I hope we'll be talking again about your next film, maybe.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the time.
All right.
Hope to see you again.
And you. Thanks a lot. Take care. All the best.
Bye.
Good luck.
Bye.
Bye. Hi all, it's Silas Ram. We've come to the end of London Film Festival, our coverage. Hope you watched all our interviews, unrivaled coverage of the South Asian films at this year's London Film Festival. Catch up with the reviews on site and maybe some news stories too. And that's it from me, Silas Ram.